Hey, welcome to the Bloom Call. What day is it today? It's the 29th of August, and we have an awesome speaker today, our very own Sharon Pastor. She is a diamond coach on our team. She has only been a coach for a year, and she is rocking it, and she has a really awesome talk for us today about posting. So, Sharon?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Britt. And I appreciate you guys having me on here. Every time I get on a call, I'm like, I don't have value. So if you think that, like, if you're just like, oh, I just don't know, we all feel that way. But I am super excited to get on here. Posting is something that has always been a little hard for me. And especially in the beginning of my business, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what my story was really. And it took me a while to kind of figure out my, what I wanted to show people and what I wanted to actually like attract. And something I want to say is that posting posting is how we gain followers. Posting is how we actually launch our business, and what we post actually really, really matters. And so today I actually created a PowerPoint because that's how I work, or else I get really, really sidetracked. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're just going to go straight into this. And if you guys have questions, if you guys have questions, just put them in the chat, and I will try and look over there. Or, Britt, Sue, if you see one, then just maybe stop me, and we can have questions afterwards as well. So I'm going to share my screen and get this going. So share screen. Do I share for whiteboard? Oh, PowerPoint. There we go. Is that what I want to do? Share screen. Can you guys see that? Yeah? Okay. We're going to go to slideshow. All right. So today we're going to talk about how to post like a pro and how to not be a salesperson and to attract people to you. So something I always tell people is that you are your brand. Okay, that's not where I want to go. You are your brand. You are your product. Yes, we do have workouts, and yes, we do have meal plans, and we have Shakeology, and we have an amazing, line of products that are behind us and that we utilize. But you are who you are who people are going to be attracted to. So what you post matters. And it's not the product that we want to highlight in our posts, it's ourselves and our journey and our story. So something that really, really helped me as we just dive on in is creating a schedule. I highly recommend you create a schedule of your posts. And be intentional. Every single time I post, it's like, is this the message I want to be sending to X, Y, and Z? And in the beginning, when I posted, I was posting to everybody. I was posting to like however many people followed me. And I didn't get very many. Like I maybe got one, maybe two that were interested. And people used to tell me, post like you're talking to one person, that certain person that you want to reach. And I was like, but I want to reach anybody. I want to get the volume, but I didn't. And when I started actually realizing that I was posting to moms who had body image issues, moms who maybe struggle with emotional eating, because that's my story, and moms who are hiding in the corner with a bag of chips away from their husband because they don't want them to know they're eating them, because it's shameful, because yes, that was me. I'm talking to that girl that's doing that now. And once I started doing that, that's when the volume started hitting, because I was reaching people and I was speaking to where they were now and not just the masses. So be intentional with your posts, and being intentional with creating a schedule for your posts is huge. So random posting without like a purpose, to me, when I see people posting randomly here and there and it doesn't really flow if I'm following them, it seems disorganized. And if they are in an MLM, or if they are, a part of a company, it seems very salesy. If they post about, I don't know, if they post memes and, gifs or whatever all week long, and then, flash sale, or, I'm selling this lipstick, it seems salesy. It's like, okay, they want to boost their sales. It's like that's just how it seems to me. So I know that's what it seems like to other people if I'm doing it. Like if I'm just posting about Tom, Dick, and Harry during the week, and then I'm like, join my challenge group. Okay, it's salesy. So on this screen, I put, this is the calendar that Sue puts in our group every single month. Okay, it's up at the top every single month, and I use this, I print it out. I actually have it right here with me. You guys can't see it unless you, I don't think you can see it, but I'll show you guys in a little bit. And I actually, I formulate my schedule to where the first and last month of every single month, I am talking about my challenge group. Now, this is not every single day, but I'm pushing my challenge group because my challenge group usually starts the second Monday of the month. Okay, and so I'm pushing people to join my challenge group in the first and last month or week of the month because of, obviously the last month is gearing up for the next one. The second week of every single month, I am coach pushing. And so I'm going to talk about my tribe. I'm going to talk about the women, or I'm going to talk about why I'm thankful for it. And then obviously on Thursdays, it's an income post in some shape, form, or fashion. And then the third week, because I've already pushed my challenge group the first week and coaching, and I am at Success Club, or at least am almost in Success Club by the middle of the month, I'm just going to add value. Guess what? I'm not really going to post and do call to actions. I'm going to add value to people's lives because that's what's going to make them want to follow me and want to join me. So, and I'm going to have examples of these posts in a little bit. And then I start all over again with pushing a challenge group. So being intentional, and this might not work for you, but this is what's worked for me. And this month has been, my biggest month was when 80 Obsession started, and I haven't had a month like that since until this month. And this is actually the first month that I've started incorporating, well, last month was, incorporating this, and it's been amazing for me. And it's like, so I know what I'm going to be posting about every week, and then I can start posting out my week. So we're going to move along. So, with also knowing what I'm posting every single week, I plan out my week every Sunday. And maybe it's not Sunday for you. Maybe you wake up early on Monday and do it. But for Sunday, my husband actually goes to bed by like 6 p.m. because he goes to work at midnight. So I know that he's going to be in bed. He's not going to give me a hard time for working on a Sunday. And so I can actually plan out my week. And I think, okay, this week I am, let's say, going to be pushing my challenge group. What message do I want to come across to my people this week? And today, or this week, I already have my my things posted. I'm going to talk a lot about my personal story this week because I have a lot of new followers because I'm adding to my network every single day, ladies. I'm adding 10 people to my network every day. So I know I have new followers, and a lot of people don't know my story. And so I posted my transformation story yesterday. And then today I'm going to talk about my workouts and why I like them. I'm going to do more of my story. I want to get people to know me and know why I do this. And so that's my focus this week. Maybe your focus this week is about body image. So, you know, you talk about, okay, you think on Sundays, what is my story? So if I were thinking, okay, I want to be body image this week, I'd be like, okay, well, what are some things I still don't like about my body? I'm like, okay, my thighs, my cellulite, my stretch marks, things like that. And maybe it's different for you. And I'm like, okay, now how can I make a post about that to reach other women and let them know I'm human too? And still talk about why I do what I do. So Sundays are really when I think, what do I want to get across and what do I want to talk about that week? And I plan them out week by week and then day by day. I do have theme days every now and then. When I first started, I had theme days, and I did not vary from my theme days. All right. Like some ideas are motivational Mondays, share a motivational quote or personal development. That is huge. You need to be doing personal development. If you're not doing personal development, then it's going to come across in your posting. And that's very obvious. And it comes across in your business. There have been months where I didn't do any personal development. And there were also months when I barely hit Success Club. So, and those were the months. And I've seen it. And I'm like, okay, personal development is huge. And on Motivational Mondays, it doesn't have to be like a quote picture. There are times when I've posted a the exact verbiage that Rachel Hollis said in a book because it spoke to me and I knew it would speak to other people. And so I think that's huge. Doing personal development, make a post about your personal development. You don't even have to say that you got it from a book if you make it yours, but it's going to reach people. Workout Wednesday, I did that a lot, and I still do because Wednesday's kind of hump day. I'll take a sweaty selfie or a video and, say something about it, okay? And I'll show you some posts soon. Thankful Thursday, anything you're thankful for, you don't have to say it's Thankful Thursday. I might do a husband post. I might do, a girl tribe post or something like that, but it helps people get to know me a little more about something you're thankful for. Maybe it's coffee. Take a picture of yourself with a coffee cup, like any other mom is thankful for their cup of joe, and that's all. That's all you have to post, because guess what? You're going to get interaction. All right, and then on Friday, I almost always do a family post, something about my children. And the weekend, I don't usually post about the business. I post about my life because I do a work week. But that's how I plan out my posts, and I highly recommend that. All right, so we're going to go into some examples, and I'm using myself as an example just because I didn't want to creep on other people's stuff and put them in here. So I'm using me. So this is an example of a Monday motivational post, and it's from a personal development book. If anyone can name that book, you get an extra point. But I took a picture of my shirt with if you have children, you need to put them to work, okay? If you've got a husband or a best friend, put them to work, because my daughter takes all my photos, okay? Once a week or once a month, I say, okay, Marcy, pick my outfits. Let's get the camera. Let's go figure them out, okay? And she does. She poses me and all kinds of stuff. She takes all my photos. I put a filter on them, and I save them to my phone. So I don't have to think about any of this, okay? So put your family to work. They're a part of your business too, because you're not just working for yourself, you're working for them. So they can help you. All right. All right. So this one right here, it's You Are a Badass. All right. And you can read through that, it should talk about your ability to change your life. Now, notice I'm not mentioning the business. I'm not talking about what I do. I'm not talking about my challenge group. I'm just telling the girls, I don't care what your goal is, you can do it. And so this right here is what I call a jab. I mentioned jab, hook, and I haven't read that book, and I will. And if you're needing a personal development book, go read it and tell me how it is. But they talk about how you want to jab, like small little posts here and there, and then lead up to the big hook, okay? And that's when you invite. And so this would be a jab. It's talking about, I don't care what your goal is. You can do it. And it's giving power to women. And that's one of the things that I speak from, because I found my power with coaching. And so that's something I definitely always want to come across at least weekly. So Tuesdays, sorry about the weird emojis on the left-hand side. I couldn't figure out how to get those off. Okay, so this is an example of my transformation post that I posted. And I only post, this is a personal preference, I only post my transformation in my posts. There are coaches that do it very, very differently. If I'm going to post someone else's transformation, it's going to be in my stories. Because when I want people to follow me, I want them to see me. And so I want them to see that I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not just leaning on other people. And if you don't have a transformation right now, that's understandable. Use other people's. But this is mine. And I always hit a pain point in my transformation. If you notice, you can go and look at my posts. Yesterday I posted the same picture with a totally different story, because there are multiple levels to my story, and I want to make sure I'm hitting them all. So there's a transformation one. This is an example of like a jab, a random one. My daughter posted this photo, so kudos to her. I was like, are you sure? She's like, yep. All right. So right here, it was bathing suit season. This was summer. And I decided to do a little jab. And I only said, I am just one message away. I didn't say, join my group or this and this. I'm like, I'm just one message away. And this actual post right here got me the most likes I've ever had. And I invited every single person that liked it and commented, because they liked a post that mentioned what I do. And I had a conversation with them all. And this right here is what got me Success Club and Beyond this month, this actual post. So then we go to a Workout Wednesday, sweaty selfie, and that's all I said in my post. So your posts don't have to be super long and lengthy. Sometimes I make a really long, lengthy post, but when I see a really long, lengthy post, I don't read it. I read the first bit and the last bit, and I know that there's a lot of people like me, so I try and keep them pretty short. Sometimes I don't always. But in my Workout Wednesday posts, I post my struggles. Because what I've noticed is a lot of people are like, well, that's great for you. You can jump. You can do these, diamond jumps or all this stuff. It's like, I can't do that. So I like to post that I struggle, because I do. And it's not always pretty. And so I like to post about that too, because other women want to see that you're human too. And here's an example of a family post. I mean, I don't know if you have children, if you don't, if you have horses, if you have dogs. I mean, this can be that post. This was an example. On the weekends, we are soccer right now. That's it. My family is just soccer. And so I have to put that in, because I can reach soccer moms, #soccer mom. I mean, because a lot of soccer moms have started following me because I've friended them intentionally. And so I want to post about that. And I'm just talking. And so when I formulate these, I sit down and I'm like, what do I think about my daughter? What do I want her to believe when she grows up? And I see a little one right there. So it's like, what do you dream for her in the future? Put that in a post, because guess what? Other moms think the same thing. And they're going to love the words you say, and they're going to intentionally want to look at all your other posts. And this is just a me post. It has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I live on a farm. I have my chickens in my background. Again, my daughter took this one too. I wasn't actually working on the farm that day, just so you know, but I did put my overalls on. But yeah, and I just wanted to know what people were up to that day. And guess what? They talked to me, because they were like, oh, she wants to know what I'm doing this day. So it's just an example of a value post. So what not to do in your posts. You do not want to be salesy. Now, I never mention the word Beachbody in a post. You'll never see Beachbody in a post. You're never going to see the word Shakeology. And if I'm drinking my shake, it's always out of this cup right here. And if it is my shaker cup, I turn it. Because I do something called curiosity marketing. I talk about my shake. I talk about my mommy crack. I talk about all different kinds of things, but I don't call them what they are. Because if you give away what you're actually what you use, they're going to go to the website and grab it. They're going to Google it, and they're going to go to the website. And I want them to talk to me because I want their relationship, because it's not just about the product. It's about me being a part of my fit family and being part of my, being friends and actually doing the journey together. So I don't always post about the business. If you're constantly posting just about your workouts, just about this business opportunity, then you are being salesy. And it's like, does she have another life? What about her kids? What about her health? They want to get to know you. You are the product. You are your business. And posting photos of products or posting links to Beachbody. Okay, I took this from our Beachbody page. We could easily share that photo. Okay, let me try and move this so I can see it. Because Beachbody has these amazing graphics. They're gorgeous, and I'm sure they post them for us to use, but I don't ever use them. But I now know there's 10% off. So if I want to do a photo with me with a bar, I can. But if you're going to post this photo, they automatically know that it's a beach bar, and they can Google that. And if you post the verbiage that they give you right here, guess what? They can go online and they can order that. Okay, and so this is one of those photos. I was trying to find one of another MLM company, but I tend to not follow those people. I just end up ignoring them because it drives me bonkers how they always have photos like this up. It drives me nuts, but I was trying to find another one. This is one that how we could end up being kind of salesy, but they post pictures of lipsticks and be like, let's do this, or I'm trying to meet this goal, or 10% off, stuff like that. I don't ever want to post stuff like that, because then it's all about me trying to make money. And people don't really like it when you're just trying to make money. They like it when you care about them and you want to help them on their journey. So it's not about us, it's about them. So this is just an example of what not to do. There's a couple other things too. If you're just going to do a post without a photo that says, join my challenge group, starting up next week. Okay, that's another post. I mean, you can, but why would someone want to? Okay, so when you're posting, you always want to have something personal. What would make you join again? I think about that a lot too. What would make yourself that joined, me that joined a year ago or however long ago, what would make me join again? And do that. And because that's what's going to make people want to join you. Oh, am I done? No, am I done? No, I'm not. Oh, here we go. I was like, it's telling me no. All right. It's give value and be your product. People don't buy what you sell. They buy what you believe in. And if you believe in this, then you need to be having that come across in your posts. And so you're not a salesperson. And we tell that to people in our sneak peeks. It's like, so don't be that in your posting. Yes, we have a product. Yes, they need to purchase their challenge packs, but that's not what's going to attract them to this. People want to have value put into their life. People want to believe in you, and you have to let them know, why should you let me be your coach? Because it's an honor to be someone's coach. It literally is an honor to be able to walk alongside people and change their life. And they're choosing you. There are so many other coaches they can choose. But why should they choose you? What do you have to offer them? What value can you bring to their life? And because if you go through social media these days, it's negative. It's negative, and there's so much crap going on. It's like, I want to be a light to moms. I want to be a light to women that maybe aren't moms yet or that are younger. I have the weirdest following of teenage girls. I don't know what it is, but okay, fine. I can, it's probably because of my daughter, but all her friends follow me, but I can show them what a strong, confident woman looks like. And I can, that's what I want to do, but because that's why they're going to want to join me. It's not because I have six-pack. It's not because I've met my goal weight. It's not because of any of that. It's because they can relate to my story. So let's see. Stock top coaches. Best tip from our, why have I forgotten the name, summit that I got. Like, I had no idea who the top coaches were. These are some of the ones that I stalk, and I'll tell you why you're going to want to do it. This is Danielle Natoni. I love her because she's like one of the only coaches that has like teenage girls or kids my age. I'm like, how do you be a coach without toddlers? Like, everyone has a toddler. Everyone has a baby. It's like, how do you be a coach without that? And Foodie Girl Fitness, she's a little cray-cray, but I do like her sometimes. Melissa Maid is super sweet. I really enjoy her and the way she talks about her insecurities. Melanie Mitro, Jatana Jackson, that girl's crazy. Bonnie Engel, just some of the ladies that Jatana Jackson can shake her booty, and I'll never do that. But I will do a before cleaning dance. And so I did get that from her because we do that at our house. I'm like, but putting that on a video? What? So we do every now and then. But these are and save their posts and make it your own. And I'm going to show you on my phone how to do that in a second. And then wrapping it up, if you're not posting, you have nothing to invite to. If you're not leaving little breadcrumbs, you have no one to invite. Okay, so if people can't like your post, and if you're not incorporating maybe a word or two about fitness or health, or somehow like talking about what something that leaves a breadcrumb, then you have no one to actually invite or start an actual conversation with. And just remember, we need to post. You need to be doing personal development. You need to be a product of your product. You need to be inviting from your posts, adding to your network, and following up like a boss, because those are our vital behaviors. Now, how do I stop sharing my screen so that I can show you guys something?
It should be maybe up at the top.
Stop share. It is. Can you see me now? Perfect. All right. So I was going to show you my phone and how I follow and why I follow. And I will thank Britt for this because I was doing it the really hard way. I was screenshotting posts that I like. And this is what I do. So I'm going to use Danielle Natoni for an example. Okay. So I am on her Instagram. Can you even see that? Okay. I'm on her Instagram. Okay. You can't really see that. But on Instagram, I do this at night for like 5 minutes. Like, you can't see my face. It's like 5 minutes because I don't want to waste too much time on social media. But I look through and I'm like, oh, hey, there's a picture of her daughter, and her daughter is a teenage girl or whatever, and I'll look through what she said in her post. If I really like it, or if it's like something like, oh, I feel that too, or oh, that's a great post, I can make that my own, and it can sound like me. Let me find one that I actually have done. Hold on, give me 2 seconds because I have used some of her posts before. She had the one, me in the bathing suit was one that I did. I just didn't have the booty view. So I find it, and there's a button right over here. Can we see it? It's the bookmark button. It's right there. Guess what? You press that thing and it gets saved. And that is now saved to your Instagram. When you go to your page, like you go to your little person down here and you go to that bookmark again, it's all the different collections of posts that you've liked or you've bookmarked. And you can go instantly there. And I'm like, I want to post about, I don't know, something, or I don't know what to post today. I go and I look at the ones I've liked and I'm like, oh, I want to post about that today. And so sometimes you might see a post on my page. You're like, oh, that wording is so great. Oh, guess what? I changed it, but the rough draft, the outline came from a top coach. And that's okay. I mean, you might see me post something, Britt post something, Megan, Sue, anyone here in this group, and you're like, dude, that is an amazing post. Okay, don't copy it word for word, but be like, oh, I really want to say something like that, or the pain point that they mentioned, you want to talk about that. Because guess what? I'll start typing that I'm like, soapbox, because I actually have a feeling about that, and that comes across. So use the top coaches. Use some of the people that you maybe want to like do a business kind of like how they're doing it, or they have the vibe that you like. Use them to start off. No, you're not going to use them forever. I used to use scripts when I started this business, guys. For the first like 4 months, I stuck to the scripts when people were like, well, what's it about? I was like, copy, paste, okay? Because I wasn't comfortable in speaking and knowing who I was yet. That comes, and it's so normal to not be comfortable at first. So that is it. I'm going to open it up to questions because we are so close to time. Like I said, I like to talk. So I'm going to go to the chat section. So if you guys have any questions, it can be about anything. We can talk about brain here. So if you have any questions, or anyone can just chit chat. That's it.
Can you guys hear me? If you have a question?
Yeah. So how do you guys hang in there when you're posting all kinds of stuff? Because I don't try to appear super salesy. I'm getting the light here. But when I do my follow-ups, it's always like, oh, I don't have any money right now, or I can't do it yet, or whatever. And a lot of my market is a cold market. I don't have a real warm market, so to speak. So I feel like I really have to start from the ground up, because a lot of people I'm working with don't really know me personally. I've grown my network from 250 to 1,100 since February. So I have a huge network.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know me in person. So I'm trying to do a lot of work for them to get to know me and be able to trust me. Mm-hmm. But, it's just the process sometimes takes a lot of time. And I guess I get discouraged with the amount of time it's going to take for me to build a successful business, kind of, being the circumstances of it. You know what I mean? So what do you tell yourself kind of in that long haul thing? Because, I'm doing all these things all the time, but at the same time, I'm not getting the results that I want. And so sometimes I just want to give up. So
I've hit Success Club 24 and I've hit Success Club 2 and this whole entire year. And I have hit Success Club actually 3 months ago. Or 4 months ago, and I was down on myself because, here I am almost to diamond and I didn't hit Success Club. Because, yeah, you get those messages even when you've been a coach for years. You get those people that are like, oh, I can't afford it, or I can't that. I put their name down, and guess what? I don't try and change their mind. And I'm just like, okay, hey girl, you know what? I completely understand that. It took me a really long time to sign up because, I didn't want to spend the money on myself. Sometimes if they're a mom, sometimes it's hard to like put yourself first and actually feel good about spending money on you. You're like, and what I had to do was put aside $10 every paycheck until I could afford it. It's like, or you just say like, I get that, that's, you start to try and relate to them and just put yourself in there. And honestly, there are people that I've been forming or talking to for a year that just joined. And I'm just like, seriously, it took you that long, but I mean, I don't know. It's just be patient. My goal last year was to be here a year from now. That was my only goal. I didn't have emerald. I didn't have diamond. I mean, I'm sure Sue had great goals for me, but I was like, I will be here a year from now. And I am. And I hit those goals also. So it can be really frustrating. Dig yourself into personal development and just reach out to them and try and love them.
Yeah. And Ashley, like, are you actually doing like, I don't know if you're actually doing like direct invites, but when I'm having a hard time or I feel like I'm not in Success Club, whatever that I feel like I should be, I have to like honestly ask myself, okay, how many no's did I get yesterday? If I got less than 5 direct, no, I'm not going to buy from you right now. No, I don't want to join. If I didn't hear that at least 5 times, then I'm not being direct enough with people. So like I don't know what I'm at. I think I'm at like Success Club 22 this month. And this is literally how many, like I have all of these notebook. This isn't conversations. This is me like sending direct invites to people. Like all of these people, there's like multiple columns. That's not like conversations or inviting to like something free. That's me saying like, it's $160. Do you want to be in our group? Like not like that, but that's literally how many times I had to say that, like be that direct just this month to get to Success Club 22. So I think sometimes it just, for me, I just look at myself and I say, okay, number one, am I showing up on social media? Which you rock it. You are so good at that. And you're so good at your free groups. But it really is a skill to learn how to be direct. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
No, and that's what I need to learn.
Yeah. But you're going to be in the push group in September. So
yeah,
you're ready to go. Because you follow that group and I promise you're going to hit Success Club. You just will. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think I'm at Success Club 22 as well. And I've sent out hundreds of just invites this month, hundreds. And and honestly, that's what 11 people said yes out of hundreds. Mm-hmm. So that's just kind of how it rolls.
This is the hardest time of the year to be a coach. July and August. September, it starts to pick up, but we are entering the busy season. So if you have been working this summer, that will be evident to everyone because you're going to have things grow this winter when it gets really busy. When people want to get back on the health and fitness train or want to get back into a routine in September, they're going to think of you and they're going to come to you if you've been showing up on social media. If you haven't, so you're going to, don't worry, Ashley, you're good, girl.
Well, and I think too, I realized it's the way that I talk about the challenge group. I'm always focused on, my 2-year-old's talking over me, the encouragement side, the accountability, the support, but I wasn't talking about the other aspects with the benefits of all the, the on-demand with all the trainers and all the benefits that way. And I think that's what I'm lacking because they're like, why am I going to pay $160 for encouragement and support? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I better have some good ass encouragement. You know what I mean? So it's like, I have to be able to make it in such a way to where I'm introducing the whole challenge group, not just the one aspect of it. And that's what I need to figure out. How do I present that? Because I'm like, how the hell am I going to convince them to buy this challenge pack? But I'm only giving them like a percentage of it. You know what I mean? So no wonder they're like, I ain't spending $160 on that. Right. I'm trying to figure that part out too.
Yeah.
So.
And then I think just changing your mindset too to realize that like you are a business owner and this is your business and they should pay for your encouragement. They should pay for your time. Time is money. Like anytime you're having a conversation with someone, like they should. I had to really make a switch to say, you have to pay to be in my groups. I'm worth it. You need to pay. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that takes some time. Yeah.
And one thing Sue taught me is you like sympathize with them, but then you talk about how it works. Like Sue.
Sorry, Mike, it's froze on me. I heard Sue.
Oh, I just said that you talked about how you would sympathize with them and then talk about how you could make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you got to make them feel heard, right? Like, but then you got to crush their excuses and you got to do it in full confidence, like not being fake at all, but like bull, $160. You don't no, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like I started when I had $20 left in my bank account. So anytime someone tells me they don't have enough money, I'm like, no, man. And maybe not today, but you can't tell me that even in a couple weeks, like, yeah, if it's worth it to them. So I don't know, but I do. Yeah.
And something else I heard from another coach is that when you get excuses from people like that, when you get excuses, make that a post. And I've done that. Like I get the it's too expensive thing all the friggin' time, and so I did a post about that. And I said, you know, I get a lot of people tell me that, you know, a whole year access to a personal trainer nutrition is too expensive. But you know what's really expensive? Having to go get a coronary bypass surgery because you know that's expensive. You know what's expensive? The $1,000 freaking iPhone that you're gonna go get in line for tomorrow after telling me $160 is expensive. You know, it's all about value. And I write that in my post. I'm like, it's all about value. What do you value? Do you change what you value? And then I'm like, okay, rant over. And then I post it.
That's a huge perk of asking people what their goals are early in the conversation. Be like, oh, okay, well, when you're ready to lose 20 pounds, let me know. And they're like, oh, I do really want to lose, you know, whatever their goal is. Like, oh, I do have that wedding coming up. Crap. You know, their pain point.
Yeah, especially if they're a mom who's like, you know, I really want to be able to feel good and keep up with my kids. I find that, like, I mean, any mom can relate to that. You know how you feel when you aren't taking care of yourself. Like, and so I think if you just repeat that back to them, like, and not in a sarcastic way, but like genuinely, like, when you're ready to feel good, let me know. And they're like, I really do want to feel good. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hit end record. Sharon, you guys,
Take a picture really fast after you hit record.
again, implement what she said. Not even joking. Especially the scheduling of the posts. If you are a newer coach, I promise you, like when you wake up in the morning and you're like, ah, crap, what the heck am I going to post? And you're all looking on Pinterest for something motivational and your kids are yelling at you and you haven't even had your coffee yet, the post is going to suck. It just is. It's going to reek of like, that's not quality. I'd rather have quality over quantity any day. Stories, you don't have to post a bazillion times. So do what she said. Just do it. All right. Okay, I'm going to hit end record. Thanks for coming, guys.